Welcome back to Dead Air, where the holiday spirit is mostly evil and absolutely unwrapped. Today we're heading into Winter Wonderland, where the snow is fresh, the vibes are cursed, and the carolers should honestly mind their business. We're covering Black Christmas 1974, the movie that proves the only thing worse than sorority drama is the attic tenant you didn't know you had. Let's get slayed, shall we?
NBC Television. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Welcome back, everybody, to Dead Air. I'm your host, Siena Anzaldua. If you're new here, I introduce you to horror movies that are themed, that I feel like going over, and in this case, are Christmassy. We're in the month of December, and this is our second episode for our Christmas horror movie theme. I'm so excited. Y'all have no idea. We're gonna go through an absolute stunner of a horror movie today. Yes, we're going over 1974 Black Christmas, an absolute classic in the genre for the holidays, but also one of my favorite holiday horror movies that, that's really stuck with me throughout childhood. Just kidding, not childhood. I think I was in high school when I first saw this movie. So just a great one for y'all to watch with the family. So, of course, we will always start with our movie summary. So let's get started. So our film opens up with POV shots from an intruder sneaking into the sorority house. The girls are getting ready for winter break, exchanging gifts, and of course, dealing with personal drama. We're introduced to Jess, who reveals she is pregnant and wants an abortion, and Peter, her boyfriend, becomes increasingly unstable and intense.
I'm pregnant.
What?
I'm pregnant.
Jess, that's fantastic.
I don't want it.
You don't want it?
No. I'm going to have an abortion.
You can't make a decision like that. You haven't even asked me.
We get visuals of Jess getting creepy, obscene phone calls, and they escalate in their disturbing tone.
Hello? 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 Oh, hell, not again. Billy? Billy? I'm sorry, you have the wrong number.
What your mother and I must know is, where did you put the baby?
You've got the wrong number.
So police initially dismiss the girls' concerns.
Well.
I'm shocked. Until a local girl is reported missing. As the night goes on, members of the house are murdered one by one, often without anybody realizing it. And Jess becomes the final focus of the film as the tension peaks in the house. The final girl, you could say.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Police investigations lead to false conclusions, and the truth is left hauntingly unresolved. A great ending to this movie, if I do say so myself. It is a whodunit, and you never know who did it. And of course, we have Siena's thoughts. We've got Siena's thoughts, whether you like it or not. Siena's thoughts. One of the best parts about Siena's thoughts is I can tell you my thoughts, and you can't argue with me here, necessarily. I always encourage y'all to argue with me on my Instagram. Please go follow, comment, like, enjoy updates about the podcast, about myself, about anything you would like horror related. So, Siena's thoughts. We have 3 huge themes here before I actually dive into the meat and the meat and gore of the movie. Okay, so first theme. We get the absolutely horrendous trope. One of my least favorite tropes is when we get the dismissal trope, okay? So in this movie, you get the police ignoring every freaking warning sign that you could possibly want, okay? I mean, this girl is getting call after call after call after call after call, and they're really creepy. And the police are like, I mean, we could try to trace it, but like, you know, there's no guarantee that it's gonna work. Okay, y'all should have done that from the beginning. Okay, like I get like it's kind of annoying, you might have to do paperwork, but like you could have saved so many people's lives if you did that. And they didn't do that. And this is just one of the times that we're going to see this trope, and y'all aren't ready, because this trope gets more and more and more and more and more and more and more annoying as it goes on. So then we get like, one of the best parts of this movie is that, and one of the best parts about horror really, is that you get that really horrific feeling of isolation in the sorority house. You get that feeling when you watch it, but also it gets into the meat and bones of horror movies, because these girls should feel safe in this house. And the fact that this guy really invaded their space, took that feeling of safety from them, because I mean, they don't even know that people have died yet, but it's the fact that they keep calling.
Hello?
He keeps calling.
Hello?
He keeps calling.
Hello?
He keeps calling.
Hello?
He keeps calling.
Hello?
And really makes it so freaking creepy to just be in the house. I think that is like one of the best parts about this movie, because it gives you as the watcher, as the audience, that same feeling of, oh my God, am I really safe here? And it makes you question whether you're safe in your own home. And to me, that's one of the best parts about horror, is the fact that you're watching something on the screen and it can make you feel some type of way about where you're at, completely separately from what you're watching. I think that's one of the best parts about horror, and one of the best parts about this movie as well. So then we also get I'm not someone who particularly likes ambiguity in the way that my movies end. This one, I'm actually good with. I think it really works in a way that, again, amplifies that horrific nature of horror and horror movies, and giving you that feeling of, am I really truly safe? I think that, you know, this ending left it so that you thought Peter was the killer, and then you find Jess and Peter like laying in the basement, and Jess has killed Peter, but you get the ending of going back up to where the camera pans up to the attic, and
I'm so excited.
You realize that all the bodies are still out there. They haven't found all the women yet, and the killer is still there. And Jess is in a room, presumably her room, and sleeping as he's still there in the attic. And
oh my God! Wow! Agnes, it's me, Billy.
I think that is just a genius move on the directors and the writers' part, because that amplifies that horror of this movie. The just it's just so genius in a way that is, I just love it because it's so creepy, it's so scary, it's so real in a way, okay? It's just what makes this movie one of the best horror movies, one of the best Christmas horror movies that we've ever encountered. And that's really truly all I can say about it. Okay, so I just have some personal notes beyond the themes here, beyond what I've already given you guys. Okay, first off, this is like a very early slasher movie, even before Halloween. Okay, this came out before Halloween, yes. So really, Jess is one of the original final girls in horror. But really, she doesn't, she acts like a final girl by definition, but also not really, because she specifically does one of the things that Randy Meeks tells us not to do. First, don't have sex. Okay, done. She hasn't had sex the whole movie. Number 2, don't drink. Great, she hasn't drinking. Okay, she's not drunk, nothing like that. Number 3, never say I'll be back. Okay. I literally can't say enough. Never say I'll be back, and never check out the weird noise in the house. What does she do? At the very end, she's yelling for Barb and Jill, I think, Jill and Barb. Wait, Jill and Barb. And what does she do? She goes and she freaking checks it out. Never do that. If you learned anything from me today, it's that one thing, okay? If you hear a strange noise, leave. Just leave. Don't check it out. Don't go into the basement. Don't go into the attic, okay? No, don't check it out. Rant over. Paul, hey, Peter, not Paul. That's Halloween. Peter, creepy guy, okay? He's like freaking out because, she's thinking about their future. He tries to marry her. He like proposes to her. She says, I don't want to marry you, dude. I get it, I mean, really, the dude's creepy. He's like pushing her to keep the baby. She doesn't want to keep the baby because she is mature enough to realize, first, they're too young. Second, there's still things in her life that she wants to accomplish. And 3, she's an independent woman, okay? There's nothing wrong with being an independent woman. And Peter needs to understand that. And I love that. That's one of the best things about Jess, is the fact that she makes up her own mind and she really sticks with it throughout the movie. Love that. So Jess goes and she checks it out, and she gets a poker, okay? Like one of the fireplace pokers, I think that's what it's called. That's not gonna save you, girl. That's not gonna help you, okay? Get out the house. Again, what's the one thing you're never gonna do? You're never gonna check out a weird noise in the house. You're gonna leave. If you can't leave, then you arm yourself to the 9s, try to go home alone on them, okay? And you know what? That's it. You find a way out. You don't go check out the freaking noise, okay? Next, okay? I loved when Jess yells for Jill and Barb, okay? There's silence. And the camera cuts to a bunch of different angles of the stairway, of the house, of different rooms of the house. Silence. It's dead silent.
Don't go up there. Don't go upstairs, Jess. Miss Bradford. Miss Bradford.
Phil! Bob! Oh, please answer me!
And I love that part. I think that is so genius for the creators of this movie because it shows how it puts us into Jess's headspace, okay? It makes us feel what she's feeling. It gives us that empathy with her. And to me, that is truly horrifying because it's just dead silent. There's nobody in the house. And I think she feels that. And that's how she knows that there's something wrong, besides the stupid police guy telling her, hey, the guy's in the house, even though he's specifically told by the sheriff or whoever he is, hey, don't tell her, just tell her to get out of the house. So, yes, I think another genius part of this is the eye that you see. So this guy, this creep, this killer, okay, comes, it like zooms in, and his eye, all you see is his eye pop out. Oh my God, first of all, creepiest freaking eye. Who has those eyes, okay? Second of all, horrifying. Again, another piece of this movie that is truly so creepy and scary and makes you so uncomfortable. And it just makes it so good. And again, one of the reasons why this is one of my favorite holiday horror movies and one of my favorite horror movies in general. And of course, none other than one of the best segments of this show. However, every segment is truly great in this show. We have got Siena's Fun Facts. They're fun and they're facts, and you learn a little something. Siena's Fun Facts. Yes, we have Siena's Fun Facts. Fun fact number 1. This is considered one of the earliest slasher films, predating Halloween by 4 years and influencing its structure. I would highly agree. I think this movie, even the silence that I was talking about where it pans to different angles in the house, I think that to me is very reminiscent to Halloween, and I love that. Fun fact number 2. The phone call voices were done by multiple people, including the director, to create a layered, disturbing effect. This, to me, is so stinking creepy, and you can kind of tell that there's multiple voices, and that just, it adds to the creep factor. And again, one of the most integral part of this movie that is just so good. Fun fact number 3. Olivia Hussey took the role after a psychic told her the film would be a success. The psychic was right. Maybe listen to psychics more often. Maybe not. I don't know, man. I mean, that's pretty spooky because it was, maybe it's like what is that? Like a false, I don't know what it's called, but when it happens because you believe it's going to happen, but not really. I don't know what that's called, but that's kind of funny and kind of a cool little fun fact. Fun fact number 4. The film had different endings written, including versions where Jess survives with full clarity about the killer, but the studio wanted an unresolved ending. And I gotta be honest, I'm with the studio here. I think that the unresolved ending truly made this a classic. That ending sequence where it just pans out from the window and then boom, credits are rolled. It's the perfect ending to this movie, and honestly, I can't think of a better one. So I'm with the studio on this. Fun fact number 5. It wasn't a hit in the US at first, but became a cult classic thanks to TV broadcasts in the late 70s and 80s. Of course. Really, United States? Really? I don't know. I don't know why this wasn't such a hit. But now it is. It's a classic in the horror genre during Christmas. And once you watch it, if you watch it, hopefully you do, you'll understand why. Because it gives you that really nice, it plants that seed of creepiness in you. And I love that. So now we have Siena's book recommendations.
Siena's book recommendations.
Book number 1, I liked it. This was a great little thriller book that I think you will enjoy. It's called The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. This is a psychological tension, unreliable characters, and really creepy atmospheres. What a great book. We read it for book club. Siena's book recommendation number 2. So we have Snowblind by Christopher Golden. So this is set during a deadly winter storm where mysterious figures appear in the snow, eerie, atmospheric, and a perfect for a cold weather horror pairing. I haven't read this one, but I really want to. And this sounds great for this Christmas season, and I'm so excited. For book recommendation number 3, we have The Winter People by Jennifer McMahon. And this is a chilling winter set mystery with horror overtones and long-buried secrets. We love the long-buried secrets. It's great. We love it. It's great. They're wonderful secrets. The best secrets. So yes, we love that. Okay, and a little new segment here. It's a short segment, but it's going to be creepy nonetheless. We have Siena's Jump Scare of the Week. Jump Scare of the Week. It's Siena's Jump Scare of the Week. Jump Scare of the Week. Okay, Siena's Jump Scare of the Week. This scene is really, really creepy and really scary, and I think you guys will agree. This is when Barb is murdered in her bedroom with the crystal unicorn figurine.
Agnes, it's all right. Shh, pretty Agnes. Agnes, don't you tell what we did, Agnes. Agnes.
This was quick. It was brutal, and again, you don't know who the killer is, and his face stays hidden the whole time. But you just see him stabbing her over and over again with the unicorn, and that is so scary. Okay, and it's just really creepy, and I love that. And once again, we have another.
Now hold on to the railing. Keep your eyes closed, don't peek.
I'm not.
Step up onto the rail. Hold on. Hold on. Keep your eyes closed. Do you trust me?
I trust you.
We have Would Siena Survive? Now, I feel like I would for sure survive this horror movie, Don't check out the basement. Don't go anywhere alone. Don't say I'll be back. Don't go and get super drunk and fall asleep somewhere. I mean, I feel like these are kind of, common sense things that you do, okay? So maybe, I would for sure survive this horror movie. And yeah, I have hope that I would survive. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would. Do you guys think you would survive? Sound off in my Instagram. Let me know if you think you'd survive. I don't know if all y'all would survive. Some of y'all might check it out. And that's the tragedy of it all, is that we all won't survive. But I will. So good luck. And of course, a classic. It's a classic. It's a wonderful classic. The best classic that I've ever seen. We've got Scarometer, that meters as you get scared. Scarometer, that meters as you get scared. I would rate this movie, I think like a 9.9 out of 10. I think you've got the really creepy factor. You've got the horror that just sits in your gut like a rock. Love that. And again, the fact that it leaves it so unresolved is just It's perfection. I love this movie. It's a great movie, and you guys for sure need to watch it. And of course, that wraps up our deep dive into the original holiday nightmare, Black Christmas from 1974. Next time, we are sliding straight into the glossy, chaotic, early 2000s reboot of Black Christmas from 2006. Because nothing says seasonal cheer like doubling the trauma. I can't wait. Remember, folks, don't split up and don't go into the basement. Bye. Olivia Hussey, hold on, Michaelides, I don't know. However, it can't be a great white shark because a great white shark can't, it has to be continuously swimming, so they can't be kept in captivity. Yes, we have, we have Scarometer, and I would rate this, I just got interrupted by Matt, our GM, hilarious.